Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and my kitchen. It is Wednesday afternoon at about 6:05. It's been a beautiful day today. It's been sunny all day, which is pretty normal, but luckily yesterday we had some rain in the morning and overnight, which was just heavenly. I even think we had rain the day before that as well. So I'm happy to have a sunny day today. Hopefully it will rain again one day soon. Australia's, we need rain all the time. We're always short of it. So it's fun when it rains. Actually, I really love it because we don't get it too much, so it's beautiful. Anyway, okay, so what I'm doing here today is I'm sort of half and half thinking that I'm going to try and do the 30-day challenge with one baby in a video every single day with the same baby. So I don't know if I'll be able to sustain it, but I'll give it a good go, and even if I just come on for a minute or two, I'll see if I can manage it. I figured it's a good excuse to show you some of Lottie's outfits, because this girl has so many outfits, which really we can't blame her for, okay? We have to blame me completely for it. This child has more clothes than 20 other babies put together. So it will be a good excuse to show you some of her outfits that maybe I haven't used before. Obviously I can't remember all the ones I've used in the past, but I'll try and pick new ones. In fact, the one you're looking at now, you've seen before, but it was ages ago, maybe a year ago even. It's one of my favourite outfits. It's just a plain white ribbed set, so it's got bloomers and a little jacket that has poppers up the front, 4 poppers, and that's it. It's just plain white, no extra adornment, although there's a bit of gather around her thighs, and so that looks like a frill, but other than that, it's just completely plain. It's by Petit Bateau, and it's actually only a 1-month size, and it fits her perfectly. It's absolutely perfect on her. I love it. So before I go any further, let me just tell you that this challenge was set by Teresa of Baby Steps Reborn Treasures. So thank you very much, Teresa, for this torture. I appreciate it so much, and we'll see how we go. Other people have been very successful. I'm not sure I'll be that successful. But let me tell you something else. So she has got little booties with pink grub roses embroidered on the top. The booties are white. I thought I needed to add a bit of pink so that you all know she's a girl, although her outfit is splendidly gender neutral, just gorgeous. I love it. And behind her she's got a soft velour pink bib that she hasn't actually used before, but it's just there for show to add a bit more pink. And then my favourite headband is on her as well. It's the one with the fluffy white and fluffy pink blobs on a pink stretchy velvet headband. And she's got her quaddle bottle as well. She's finished drinking now, so she's resting quite happily. Thank goodness we won't be interrupted with her crying. And she's just lying on her sheepskin. I absolutely love using this sheepskin. Even though I love blankets, you know how much I love blankets, but I do love this sheepskin too. It just cuddles her and it looks so comfy and cozy, and I really do love it. So that's what you're looking at today. So rather than just stop now, I may as well tell you that Tony is coming along so beautifully. Shall I show you his little head? Let me just get it for you. I've got it right here, and he's got his eyes in, and I've decided he's going to be, let me show you how adorable he is. Look at that. Isn't he just gorgeous? Oh, I love this kit so much. He's got brown eyes. They're a deep, beautiful brown, and they've got dark, dark blue right around the rim on the outside. Look at him. He's gorgeous. So he's basically done. His paint on his head is done. It's got veining, and you probably can't see all that. He hasn't got eyebrows yet, and he may not get eyelashes because he's going to have very blonde hair. I want him to be brown-eyed with very blonde hair. So he may not get eyelashes, and I don't know if you can tell, but he almost doesn't have any eyelids to put eyelashes into. So he probably won't have any, but he'll look perfect. Don't anybody worry about that. So that's him. That's his little head. And I've still got a bit more work to do on the limbs, a bit of veining and things to do on the limbs. I think I'm satisfied with the details other than adding the blue undertones and some veins. Anyway, so that's Tony. Now, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I was going to tell you about my day yesterday, which was so much fun. Jen and Kira came round at 10 in the morning, and they didn't leave till 2 in the afternoon. We had so much fun. The weather was lovely, and we sat out on the back deck. I'd prepared a tray with all sorts of yummy things on it, and Jen brought 3 slices of cake, but all different slices. They were yummy, so we shared them out. It was really fun, and we took the kettle out onto the deck, and we had the milk out there, so we could just, eat and drink to our heart's content and just laugh our heads off. Because what we kept doing was like every now and again we'd start talking about things we'd seen on television, and of course I was trying to remember this brilliant show that I love, and I could not remember the name of the guy, and I said, it's that Australian actor. So they both kept guessing and guessing and guessing, and we couldn't get there in the end. And they said, couldn't you just give us a bit of a clue? And I just couldn't. So it went like that, the whole conversation with each of us forgetting names. In the end, we worked out who I was talking about. It was an actor called Guy Pearce, who's been in all sorts of things, but he has been in a series on Channel 2, which is our public broadcaster, called Jack Irish. And the reason we were talking about that show, which I really enjoyed, was because of his sidekick is a guy called Aaron Pedersen, who is just the most gorgeous looking guy, and so brave in the show. Oh, I loved watching him. Anyway, so he's been in something else as well, and that's why we started to discuss him, and then that's when I wanted to bring up that other television show that I could not remember the actor's name or the show's name. Very helpful. Anyway, it was fun. We just kept talking, and it's just wonderful. And then in the afternoon I got my food shopping delivered, which was a massive order. I'm not sure why. I tend, instead of getting smaller amounts more often, I tend to just go for broke and wait for a few weeks and then order up big, which is a bit of a nightmare when it comes to unpacking. Not that I have to do so much of the COVID disinfecting anymore, because we don't have much virus around in Australia. There's just the odd one keeps popping up, the odd case, and because we're good at contact tracing and testing, they stay on top of where that person's been and who they've been in contact with and who needs to be in quarantine and things like that. So it just doesn't spread. You really have to keep on top of the numbers like that. So there isn't really virus around very much. It hasn't gone away. It is still out there, and we have to still be very careful. But I don't have to be as vigilant as I did in the beginning with disinfecting every single thing when we didn't know how the virus was exactly spread. But anyway, so it took me forever to unpack all of that. And then I was so weary by the end of it, I forgot to take my tablets that I meant to take, and I didn't even realise till the morning. Because what I do is I put out my night tablets, which I take before I eat, and then I also put my morning tablets out at the same time so that I can't forget my morning ones. So when I get up, I see them and I take them. So when I got up this morning, there were no morning tablets, and then I thought, I know why, because I forgot my night tablets as well. Anyway, that was yesterday. It was great. And on top of that, my little son, my baby son, who I sometimes mention, who is 6'3", called in the afternoon to pick up my car because he's taking it to his mechanic, who's a long way from here, to get its pink slip, which is what you need for registration. If your car is more than 5 years old, you have to get a pink slip, which means all the brakes and all the stuff gets checked. And so it's gone for a pink slip, and it's gone for a service. And so at some time this afternoon, my little boy is going to bring back my car. So in the meantime, guess what I've got parked in my carport? I've got a black sports car, quite a rare car apparently. It's Tim's current car. He's actually an importer of special vehicles, importer and exporter. And even during this time, this COVID time, although the number of cars he's importing and selling has dropped, he's still able to keep all his employees on, and he's managed to keep a wage up to himself, which is cut drastically, but they're still going on. And so yeah, that's my little lad. So he will come back with my car, which will be good because I need it for tomorrow. Tomorrow is pick up of 2 of my grandchildren from school in the afternoon, and I always leave early when I want to do that pickup. Same with when I do the Friday pickup of another 2 grandchildren. I don't mind sitting in the car waiting, but the stress of being stuck in traffic and not making it would be just more than I can bear. I did it for so long with my own children, like, oh, I don't like that feeling. And now I've got time, I can leave early, it doesn't matter. So that's for tomorrow when I get my car back. So I think I'll call it quits there because I don't want to talk your ears off. I'll try and, well, let me say I will be back tomorrow. Lottie will be wearing something else, and I'll be back for sure. So this is day number 1. That's an easy one to remember and probably the easiest one of all to do. So I hope that you're all okay. Thank you so much for your comments on our last video. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you all being here. So thank you very much, everyone. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. So in the meantime, everyone, take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.